Welcome to Socially Unfiltered,
That's the sleaziest tactic I have ever heard.
I cannot believe they would say that to you.
an open discussion all about social media, entrepreneurship, pop culture, and everything in between.
We're just some DIY girlies.
It costs $0 to support your friends.
You'll go on deep dives and doom scrolls with your hosts, Lex and V, to uncover the stories behind the headlines and look at everything through an unfiltered lens.
I want to relive the 2000s.
Not the trauma dumping on a Monday.
So grab a drink and get ready for a lot of yapping. Don't worry, there's no quiz at the end.
Strategy is such a buzzword.
English isn't my first language, so that's my excuse.
This is the Socially Unfiltered podcast.
Just
Before
go.
we ramp it up, let's do it on the pod,
Recording.
shall we? My God. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's actually Thanksgiving week. But wait, why can't I hear you?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, there we
Okay.
go.
I don't know why it did that. I literally just unplugged it and plugged it back in and it worked.
It was trying to give us a reset before we got too
Yeah.
fired up in our.
I was silenced
In our-
and
Yeah.
looked out for in what I was about to say.
Silenced.
They were like, tone it down before you hit record.
Yeah. My God. Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody! Yay! 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 Yay!
I'm excited about food.
Okay, yeah, this is unpopular opinion maybe because I don't like any Thanksgiving food except like the sides. Well, not
Mhm.
like the sides, but like the carbs. Like I only like
Yeah.
the mac and cheese, the potatoes,
Mhm.
the stuffing. Those are
Mhm.
like my top 3, and then maybe dessert. But I hate turkey. Like I don't hate it, but I'm like, "Ugh,
Mhm.
I don't care. I'd rather have
Mhm.
sushi.
I don't disagree with I would rather have sushi over it. I do like turkey though, only because I'm a big like Thanksgiving goes in a bowl to me. Like
Mm,
everything goes into one bowl and you mix it up. And I like when there's
really?
turkey in there. Yes. I'm not a my
Oh, I like
food
that
can't touch
idea.
kind of person. Yeah. Do
I've
you remember
never.
did you ever like eat KFC famous bowls where it was like the mashed potatoes and the chicken and the corn and the cheese and the gravy?
No.
Oh my god, they're so good. I think I, like, make them at home because I, like, am obsessed with them, but no, I like a turkey accent in my Thanksgiving dinner, but it's actually funny you say that because the podcast I was literally just listening to this morning, both of the girls on there said, "I could eat an entire Thanksgiving meal without the turkey, I'm only here for the sides." So, might not be as unpopular as you think.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, I don't know. Give me a chicken. I love a rotisserie.
Mm.
I
I
don't
do
know.
love it
I would
spicy.
just
I
prefer.
like ham a lot too. Like, do you ever have, like, ham steaks or, like, at oh, no?
I hate ham. I hate pork. Ugh,
Oh my god, okay.
freaks me out. No, you know.
Well, we actually don't even do meat on Thanksgiving because we don't do meat in our
Oh, true.
house.
Yeah, you
So
don't
our
do it anymore.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
yeah, so last year we just because Ethan ate meat
veggie
last
burgers.
Thanksgiving, we get, like, the more well, not normally because it's the first year I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get, like, the Morningstar little, like, chicken patties. They're, like,
Oh
fake
yeah, yeah,
chicken,
yeah.
and just, like, cut that up and put it in it. I feel like it'll be a
Yeah, that's a good idea.
substitute. Yeah.
I really love the cranberry like rounds or whatever. Not like cranberry sauce, but I like the jelly, like
Where
the
it's
the
yeah, it has to
round
come out of a
jellies.
can. Yeah.
Mark, like, loathes them.
I feel like a lot of people
Cannot
do.
can't stand cranberry, and all he randomly, like, I don't even know, the last couple of months, he'll randomly say something like, "I just hate cranberry sauce." I'm like, "Why are you thinking about cranberry
He
sauce? What did it
really,
do to
really
you?"
hates cranberry sauce.
It'll be so random, and I forget what it was. Somebody, like, was like, "Oh, is there anything you don't like?" Or, like, I don't know, we were trying to figure out dinner or something, and he's like, "Yeah, just anything but cranberry sauce." I'm like, "When
What
do
is
you
with his
ever get
hatred?
that?" When do you ever just get a side of cranberry
Never.
unless it's Thanksgiving? I'm like,
I've literally never had
relax with your
cranberry in a meal.
cranberry hatred.
Dare you to
I
go
love it
get
though.
go
Not like
make,
the
like
sauce, but the jelly, like the fake.
yeah. No, it has to come out of a can. I don't like homemade cranberry sauce. It
Mm,
has to be the can, and I'm really weird about it. Like, I don't, like, take, like, full bites of it. Like, it has to be, like, the tiniest little
yeah,
pieces, like,
just a
with the
little
tip of the fork. Yeah, like,
something.
it's just a
A
palate
little something.
cleanser.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We should have done a whole episode about like our dream Thanksgiving meals.
food. We honestly should have. Fuck.
I mean, that was basically it. I need mac and cheese. I actually love green bean casserole. I
I don't love it, but I'm fine with it.
do.
But mac and cheese
Not
I can never have anymore because I'm gluten-free now, so it's like,
mm,
it
I'm
sucks.
so
I might
sorry
just
to bring
risk
that
it
up.
for the biscuit, but
I mean, one day of the pain might be worth
exactly.
the one day of the mac and cheese.
Mhm. Agree. I ordered a banana cream pie from the
Oh my
gluten-free
god,
bakery to pick up
yum.
and challah bread because that's another thing. I love the bread, but I can never have bread.
Mm,
So I ordered gluten-free challah bread, and it's so
yum.
good. I'm so excited.
Love
Picking
that.
that up next week.
Amazing. Are you
Yeah.
guys doing a big Thanksgiving?
I don't know. There's always like 20 of us, I think,
Yeah.
because my mom comes, Jackson,
Mhm.
and then some of Mark's family will come too.
Mhm.
But only a couple of them because now like everyone's having kids and doing their own
Right.
shit and like which is kind of nice because then it's not
Mhm. That's
so many
chaotic.
people. Yeah, it used to be like 40 of us.
Yeah.
Like it was wild. It was fun though.
Love that.
It'll
You'll
be
just be
good.
here. I literally just saw my family and we just saw Ethan's
Yeah.
family last weekend. So I'm like, we can stay put for Thanksgiving and then next month we'll
Whatever.
figure out.
With.
Mhm.
I know it's kind of crazy that like I almost wish that we had a holiday like almost like Thanksgiving was in the summer or something. So it's not
They're
so
so
back to
close
back.
together. Mhm.
Yeah, because I feel like it's always just so back to back and hectic for everybody all the time. Let's just pick up Bikini Bottom and put it over
Yeah,
here.
right. Feel like whoever like planned calendars, like they got to October and they're like, oh shit, we have to put in like 12 holidays before the end of the
Yeah.
year. Because like January to October are all like not like made up holidays, but like there's no serious huge, well, 4th of July, I guess,
Mhm.
is like a big celebration day. And that's not to say like President's Day or Veterans Day or Memorial Day, things like that. But I mean like the core like
Mhm.
gathering celebration holidays. It's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then all of the other
New
religion
Year's,
holidays in there
Hanukkah,
too. New Year's, yeah, like all of them.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
wild. It's so
Yep.
wild.
I feel like the end of the year, especially like winter, like we're meant to like hibernate. Like
Yeah, and it's so
like can we
funny
do
in the
these in like
Ukraine,
June?
we celebrate Christmas and New Year's in the same day. So it's a different
Okay.
day in Ukraine. So you have just like a big celebration for like the Christmas and the New Year.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like funny to think about that we do it
It's
like
so
so
different.
yeah, so different here. But
That's the podcast that I was listening to this morning where they were talking about Thanksgiving dinner. One of the girls lives in Canada, and it's funny because she always like the American girl will be like, "Oh yeah, like Thanksgiving next week," and she was like, "Oh yeah, like we don't celebrate that in Canada." Like it's
no.
always funny to like hear her be like, "Oh yeah, like
Uh-huh.
Christmas or Boxing Day like is what they celebrate." Like
Yes.
it's so crazy to think that things and oh my god, do you know what else they talked about this morning that I was like, "Oh my god, that is weird to think about." If you think about like okay, summer to us is like June, July, August, right? Like those are just like when you think of summer months, it's like hot. But like south of the equator, it's super hot in like December, January,
Yeah.
February. So
Mhm.
like is that summer to them? Like is summer defined by like the hottest months of the year or is summer just June, July, August? Like that's the summer season and just places experience it differently. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that weird to think about?
It
Like
is
right
weird.
now it's like the middle of
Yeah.
summer for somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like this makes me sound like super uneducated.
No, I feel like we should look this up. I think yeah, certain places refer to like different months as like
Right, like
summer.
December could be summer somewhere. I just Googled like one quick thing and the first thing that comes up is says summer is typically defined by months, specifically June, July, August in the northern hemisphere, but in the southern hemisphere, meteorological seasons are based on the annual
Big
temperature
word for
cycle.
Elmo.
Yeah, that was a big word for Elmo. So I guess to us, like in the northern hemisphere, it's defined by months, but then in the
Mm,
southern hemisphere, they define it by temperature, which is like just weird to think about. Because then, like,
yeah.
where does it stop? Like, you just like, okay, it's summer here, but it's Christmas here. Like, it's so weird to think
It's
about.
so weird. I know.
Anyway, I
It's
promise I'm not
wild.
like uncultured. like uneducated. I just have never really like thought a lot about this until this morning.
No.
I was like, that is really weird.
It's fucking wild.
I was gonna voice message you about it, but then I was like, I feel like that's not that important. So I'm glad it came up on here.
Let's just take it to the pod. Yeah, let us know if you agree or what your thoughts are on that. Because yeah,
Let
I
us know
didn't.
if you're more cultured than I am.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Excuse the interruption, but I'm just checking in to see if you've joined our group chat yet. If you haven't, pause this episode right now and text the word group to 833-459-3349. There's a surprise waiting just for you.
Anyway, let's talk about what we're actually here to talk about. So,
Yeah.
holiday season's coming up. Obviously,
Mhm.
marketing is in full swing from all of our favorite and not so favorite businesses. We're going to talk today about some marketing fails around some holiday campaigns. And this was inspired by one that we saw and one that we're currently following, but then also kind of talking about just like some past examples that are kind of crazy that they were published to the world. So,
Mhm.
ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We can pick right back up where we left off before we hit record. Pajama Gate on TikTok. Quick little backstory. There's an influencer or a public figure named Cecily Bauchmann. It's either Bachman or Bachman. I've heard people say Bachman, so that's just what I've been going with. Basically, she got
And her sister-in-law. Can't forget.
yes. But I think a lot of people, including myself, did not know her sister-in-law before all of this. Like I wasn't familiar with her literally at all.
I did because of like a brand trip I remember seeing some Emily Kaiser go on and they were both there. And I was like, oh,
Well,
they're
did
the
you
same
see
last
the
name.
TikTok about that?
What? About the brand trip or
Yes. So
pajamas?
Emily Kaiser invited Cecily on this brand trip, and Cecily said, I'll only come if you invite Samantha too. And Emily was like, weird, but so I pulled some strings at ColourPop. It was like on a podcast. I
Mhm.
saw a clip of it this morning.
That's
She was like,
hilarious.
yeah, she was like, I thought that was weird because, like, you know, I'm trying to bring my friends up with me and invite you on this trip that I pulled strings to even get you on. And now you're being like, oh, well, I'll only come if she can come. And I'm like, that's very ballsy. Like, it's very ballsy to
Yeah.
just, I don't know,
I thought
weird. But
that was
anyway, so
good.
I didn't know who she was.
I would do the same.
Well, no, that's the thing because I'm like listening to it and I'm like, well, if you're saying you want to bring your friends up with you too, isn't that Cecily basically doing the same thing? Like her being like, I'm going to
Yeah.
bring my friend up with me. Like it was a weird logic, but I can also understand the weirdness of like inviting somebody on somebody else's trip.
Yeah.
Like I get that it can just be a little weird. I mean, I would do it for you. I'd be
Yeah,
like, well, if
same.
I'm going, like she's coming too. But
Literally.
obviously, it's very different with like a fucking
Yeah.
ColourPop brand trip. It's different when it's like a girls trip. Like, oh, we're going on a
Right.
girls trip.
Yeah.
Can my
It's
friend
not a
come? Like, we have an
brand
extra
trip.
room. Right.
Mhm.
Not like something that I think a lot of money and planning went into. But anyway, Cecily started a pajama company called For the Mems with her sister-in-law Samantha, and basically the internet hates it. I think there's a lot of reasons that people are upset over it. I want to preface everything we're about to say with none of what they have done warrants death threats. I personally have not seen death threat comments. I personally have not seen people like wishing physical harm on these girls. All I have seen are
No.
people laughing at their business plan because it's kind of laughable.
Yeah, I have only
So,
really seen constructive criticism on it and
yes.
a lot of like brand designers and people that work with brands behind the scenes that are now talking about it. I mean, there are like, those like celebrity gossip accounts or like influencer accounts that
Right.
talk about what's going on and like drama accounts and stuff like that, which, yes, can they play it up a little bit more and like start fueling even more of the fire? Absolutely. But
Mhm.
there isn't anything that's, like, attacking, I don't think. I think it's like, "Hey, you didn't know anything about the business that you're getting into, and now you are reaping the repercussions of that because you went into something thinking, oh, I have this following. People will buy it regardless for $98
Mhm.
for fucking Rylon, like the
Yeah, so that
cheapest
was, like, the big
material.
thing was the price of them.
Yeah.
Like, people were upset that they were priced at $98 and they weren't even sold as, like, sets. Like, they were sold as, like, individual pieces. So people were like, "This is
Yeah.
just a lot of purchasing. It's a lot of money." And exactly
$500 for
for a
a
family of 4.
family,
Yeah.
and
Like
it's not even a good quality material. It is one thing if they're bamboo, if they're, like, I don't know, just like a satin, just a
yeah.
good quality material, but the fact that it was Rylon, the cheapest thing on
Mhm.
the market, and they're trying to
Mhm.
upcharge $98, and, like, some of the colors don't even match. They don't have a sizing
Mhm.
chart. The
The
return
patterns are
policy,
different.
yeah, the
Yeah, like,
patterns are
they just
different. The return policy, it's if you order it and you didn't know your true size, you can only return it for store credit, and then
Mhm.
say you get another one and it still isn't the right size, what, you return again for store credit? It's like,
Mhm.
there are so many things that are wrong with this business plan, and, like,
Mhm.
you don't know
I
what you
just
don't know, and I get that, but, like, listen to your audience, and I think they, instead of listening, they sat down, did a whole video. Samantha looked pissed the entire
yeah,
time.
she
Like,
did
"Well, if
not
you
look
can't afford $100, basically, like, oh, we lowered them to 78." I'm like, "And
yeah,
we're
and
not
now
gonna
we're
make a
not
profit." You're not supposed to make a profit in the first, like, year or 2 of your
right.
business.
But also, like, that's telling me that you willingly just priced them $22 more expensive than you actually needed to. Like, to me, it's kind of embarrassing that you lowered the price because it's almost being, like, bullied into selling your stuff for cheaper. Like, if you put these pajamas out for $98,
Mhm.
fucking stand on that. Like,
Yeah.
stand on that and be like, "Yeah, we put a lot of time and energy and effort into this, and I I feel like this is gonna sound really bad, and I don't mean for it to sound really bad, but, like, when you have an audience of that scale, you can't do anything half-assed. Like, if one of
Yeah.
us were to go out and, like, "Oh, I'm gonna make $98 pajamas," like, don't get me wrong, there'd probably be a lot of people that are like, "Oh my fucking god, like, I'm not paying $98 for
Yeah.
pajamas, like, that's crazy," but, like, I'm not gonna have people on my website dissecting, "Do I have a sizing chart? Do I have a return policy?" It's so much different when you're on that scale because you do have millions of people that are gonna see this and intentionally try to pick you apart, and I think it just that problem specifically, like the website and no sizing chart and return policy and stuff like that could have been fixed by hiring, like, an e-commerce expert. Like,
So
it and
easily.
you and it there's just so many things that I'm like, this just seems so I don't even wanna say rushed because it's not like it seemed like it happened overnight. Like, they were definitely, like, talking or, like, teasing about it for a little while. I think a lot of people saw it coming because Cecily was, like, known for her pajamas in her videos. Like, they always start with her, like, in these matching sets, not her own, but just, like, in general, and I think she was like, "Oh, people are always asking me where my pajamas are from. I'm gonna capitalize on this and make a fuck ton." She figured out how to do drop shipping. She was like, "I'm gonna get my sister-in-law in on this. We're gonna make all of these pajamas." And something else that's so weird to me is like, I don't know anything about babies. I don't know anything about baby clothes. But the baby pajamas, I guess, are made of fleece, and I guess,
Mhm.
like, that's not a material that parents put babies in for, like, fear of overheating. So I'm like, "You both have 4 children each, like, how do you not" I don't again, that's something that I don't know a lot about, I just thought it was strange, like, if it is a material that parents try to avoid for babies, like, why are you making baby sets in that? But yeah, the whole thing was just people were very upset about the price. It came off very much like she was like, "I know my audience will buy anything I put out for any price."
Yeah.
And it just came off as a cash grab to me. And again, I don't think that warrants death threats. I guess I want to say it doesn't warrant people bullying her, but I guess me saying that I find the comments that people are leaving kind of funny because you do never know, like, what is gonna be something that somebody throws in the towel over, but I don't wanna say it's deserved mocking, but, like, it doesn't seem like you were that serious about it, so it's hard for everybody else to be as serious about it, so I think a lot of the response to it is understandable.
Yeah.
Again, not to warrant the death threats.
No, when you are a big influencer and you come out with a brand, like, that is just what comes from you being a big influencer coming out with a brand. Like, people are going to criticize it, people are going to review it. And again, like, I just think, yeah, you wear pajamas all the time, or like, say you're good at making cakes. Like, that doesn't mean that you should go and start a business doing that just because you're good at something doesn't always mean, and we always say this, like, doesn't always mean you need to capitalize or like monetize what you're good at or something that you always do. Like, it does not
Mhm.
mean it's going to sell because you have no experience in business, like running a company like this. It's a lot. And even like the baby stuff I was seeing, all the photos, like it's just like late flat lay and like it's like not
Mhm.
even nicely laid out, like, it's just so
Mhm.
half-assed, and I don't know the work that went on behind the scenes, but if you're making something out of Rylon, there is 0 chance anyone is going to pay $98 because are there pajama companies? Like, I literally have some that I looked up, like, Eberjey, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, like, Eberjey, Shop Goosebumps, Shop La Rose, like, all of those pajamas are 98 and up, some are $150, but their
Mhm.
quality stands behind the price point and why it is that price point, and, like, they're
Mhm.
bigger brands, obviously, so they have a lot of overhead, they have employees, all of these things that they have to obviously make those margins to be able to
Mhm.
pay everything off, but it's like, can you make $98 pajamas, $150 pajamas? Are people gonna buy them? Absolutely, but you don't know who you're marketing to. Like, I think they missed
Mhm.
the mark of, like, who their audience is, and
Mhm.
just thinking, "Oh, just because I have a following," like, it literally means nothing, and we say this all the time, like, just because you have followers does not mean people are going to buy from you if, like, you're not being authentic and you don't know who you're speaking to. They clearly missed the mark on their target audience,
Mhm.
but I think if these pajamas were, like, high quality, I do think they would have sold because people would
Mhm.
see, "Okay, the quality's there, the business plan was there, their marketing was great." I just think it came off a little tone deaf of, like, "Oh, you can't
Mhm.
afford these?" Like, "Okay, here's $78 then." And I think
Right.
that's just crazy, and then all the comments, like, from Samantha, people are like, "She needs to just get off," and sometimes not saying something is better than saying
Yeah,
something,
she's
and
making it way worse in
she's
my
commenting
opinion.
back like, "I'm not staying silent anymore," and just being really rude
Yes.
about everything, and I don't think it's like, I'm like, "You guys need to hire, like, a PR crisis manager right
Yes.
now because this is so bad." Like, at
Mhm.
the end of the day, is it that serious? No, people are gonna get over this in, like, another week. It's
Yes.
just another thing to talk about, but I think
Mhm.
this was an opportunity to, like, really sit back and take everything in and be like, "Okay, we're really sorry, like, we fucked up. This is the plan moving forward, like, this is
Mhm.
gonna be the price moving forward that reflects the Rylon." Like, it reflects
Mhm.
your but even, like, that influencer that I think her name was Danny, she was like, "I'm gonna order these and give constructive criticism."
Oh,
Like,
Gabby. Yes.
Gabby, not Danny, yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Samantha canceled her order and
Mhm.
threatened her with, like she's like, "This is defamation and, like,
She
not
was like, "We
legal,
heard you were gonna make a negative review about them," and, like so it's Gabby Egan. I have followed Gabby Egan for a long time
malicious
because she had
intent." I'm like,
yeah. So Gabby had a baby at 13 and was,
"Oh
like, kinda big on
god."
Vine, and now she owns, like, a tie-dye shop in Nashville, and she's kinda problematic sometimes, like, she's definitely had, like, her own issues in the past, but she's not, like, it was really just weird for it to be her, I think, specifically because Gabby, from what I have ever seen in her content, isn't necessarily, like, getting on there and, like, ripping other businesses apart, like, just for the fun of it. Like, she's not, like, a regular influencer who just, like, buys stuff and reviews it. Like, she literally posts about, like, her life, her business. Like, I really think she just liked Cecily and was like, "I'm going to buy these pajamas." And then Samantha DM'd her and Gabby shared the screenshot on TikTok. So it's not like this is, like hearsay or anything. And basically was like, we heard or found on Reddit that you were going to, with malicious intent, post a negative review, regardless if you liked them or not. Like, we are canceling your order. And she was like, kind of a bitch. Like, she was like, I'd never even heard of you
Malicious
before
intent.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "I didn't even know who you were," and, like, just crazy weird way to respond, and I actually love that, like, Allison Cooch and, like, Catherine
Mhm.
Eves, like, they all got the pajamas before I think anything really happened, and they both did leave reviews and or, like, talked about them, and they were honest. Like Catherine's, it was one of them, like they got the wrong pattern. Like the top and the bottom were like different patterns. One was like the wrong size, but then like it was just, again, I just don't understand how you have an audience of the scale that you have and don't think to hire people who are going to make this like
Mhm.
100% seamless for you.
Right. And another
Crazy.
thing I saw under Cecily's comments, it was like, I don't understand why you're getting so much heat when Avery Woods didn't get this heat for her sweat set collab with what was the brand?
I don't remember, but it was like a legit like loungewear company, like
Yeah, it was like a
quality.
big brand that a lot
Yeah.
of like big influencers do partnerships with, and
Mhm.
she liked that comment, and then I just saw Avery went on her podcast talking about it, and she's like, "I'm not trying to be like drama about this, but like we are friends, and like why are you inserting me into this and like
Mhm.
liking people's comments?" And she's like, "There's so many other comments underneath that, like, oh, they aren't friends anymore, blah blah blah." And she's like, "You didn't address it because you didn't see it." She's like, obviously,
Right.
you saw it and, like, you liked the comment, but I also think it's like, why are we comparing apples to oranges here? Like, this is a
Yeah, that's
pajama
literally
set,
not the
not the
same
same
at
at
all.
all. I'm like, this is a nice quality sweat set where she partnered with somebody. So, first of all, Avery didn't even have a say in the pricing. The company
Mhm.
decides what the pricing is gonna be, and I think it was, like, an $100 set, but it's like, that is a sweat set versus pajamas. Like, there are 2
Mhm.
different things, and to bring another person into it, to
Yeah,
almost
that
be
was
like
weird.
the, what's the word trying to use? Like,
She was, like, deflecting the hate,
yeah,
like, to try to
yes,
make it go on her, like, "Oh, well,
yes.
I did this, but, like, look what she did," and
Yeah, like, she did it
that
way worse, so you should be mad at
yeah,
her, and it's so weird, like, it's so weird to me that
and
that is
it's
even a
100% apples
comparison,
to oranges.
and then the, pajama company, what is it? The Shop Goosebumps, like, they have,
Mhm.
like, $100 pajamas. They sent Avery and Emily sets, Christmas pajamas, and they both posted videos about the Christmas pajamas that are, like, use our code Emily15 and
Wait, that's so funny.
Avery15. And Emily's like, "Oh my god, no shade at all, like, I just got sent these," so she's trying to, like, stay out of it, but
That's
Avery's like,
funny.
"Here's my Christmas PJs." Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's so weird, like, I just couldn't imagine, like, if I did something and, like, publicly people are like, "Oh, well,
yeah.
why didn't Veronica get that much hate?" And I would
Mhm.
never even, like it's just weird to me. You don't, like, insert other people, you don't like
Yeah.
comments about other
Your
people, like,
friends too, it's not like it's, your
random.
acquaintances or something or a random
Mhm,
person, like, it's your friend, and I didn't
mhm,
like that behavior, so, like, I don't even really love Avery Woods, but I'm just like,
mhm.
you're like, valid in the way you're reacting to that because it's like,
Yeah,
you thought this person was your friend, and now they're, like, trying to deflect onto you, and it's just weird, it's weird.
mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Bad marketing,
Bad
and
vibes
hopefully
from Cecily.
hopefully they figure it out and
Mhm,
maybe come out with something else, and I
mhm,
wish them success and luck, and hopefully they learned from this. I think it
mhm,
honestly is a good thing sometimes to, like, come out with something, see the response like that, and be like, "Okay, this is all the things we did wrong, and, like, how can we make it better?" Instead
mhm.
of, like, taking it and being like, "Everyone's against us, so now we have
Mad.
to fire back and be mad." Yeah, I think it's very warranted, the response, so
And if we have learned anything, it's that we are not starting a pajama business ever.
no, no, maybe a sweat set.
A collab.
Yeah, holy shit.
All right. Well, now that we have beaten the Cecily Bauchmann horse to death, we can talk about one. This was the one that kind of like sparked this the other day. So we saw this on TikTok. I literally have to pull the screenshot up because I don't even remember exactly what it said. Lululemon put an ad out. It's a sponsored post on TikTok, and it's a woman sitting in a wheelchair dressed in Lululemon clothes. And they always have this girl or like other people to like inclusivity of people who are in wheelchairs or use devices like that. But the issue that I think this ad has is that across the top of it, it says gifts that move them. And I just think that's like very insensitive. Like it's just like such a weird
Yeah,
sentence to put above that because are you saying gifts that move them like with their wheelchair? Like it was just a weird
yeah.
A weird choice of words, I
A
think.
weird play on words there.
Yes.
I don't
It was
understand.
very strange.
Or what were the comments on there?
I
Like,
don't
I wonder what
know. It
people
looks
were
like
commenting.
I don't know, and I don't know if I can get back to it because it was an ad. Like, it wasn't like a post on Lululemon's page.
Yeah, I don't see anything now.
I just think this is a crazy combination of visual and words to put on there.
So I
Not
guess,
to
am I
not
stupid for genuinely thinking Lulu was selling a wheelchair?
But that's what I mean, like, gifts that move them, like, you make it sound like this is an ad for the wheelchair, or I feel like it's very insensitive to the person in the wheelchair. Are you looking at, like, the ad library?
People have posted it and, like, shown, and,
Oh.
like, the caption to it says, "Make your move," and it says sponsored.
Oh, no. This definitely says gifts that move them. Anyway, thought that was a little tiny bit insensitive, thought it was a little weird.
Yeah. Our next one is about Coca-Cola. So,
Mhm.
there is this ad that Coca-Cola has done, and it's like, what is it called? Home for the Holidays, I think it is. I feel like it's Home for the Holidays or something. It's like the OG commercial they do, and now this year it
Mhm.
is completely all made by AI, and it just looks so like fake and
Yeah.
robotic, and, like, I understand because they posted and they were like, "We want to modernize, like, the old commercial and make it like," but it's just, like, so weird. All the animals in it look fake, and the humans are, like, moving in slow motion, and
Mhm.
I understand for brands that maybe don't have the budget to, like, hire real people and just do the entire thing because it is a lot of work that goes into things like this, especially with all the moving parts they have, but, like, Coca-Cola, you have the ad budget to spend, and you're
Yep.
just I don't know, and people are just so mad because 'cause they're like, "You've done this authentic, real ad for so long, and now it's all
Like, people
AI."
look forward to the Christmas
Yeah.
Coca-Cola commercial. Do you know what's so funny? A comment that I saw about it was like, the reason that no clip in that video lasts more than 1 or 2 seconds is because that's when the AI starts getting, like, fucked up.
Mhm.
Like, it looks, like, normal for a second, then it'll, like, morph into something, like,
Yes.
wrong, and
Like the
they're like,
people.
"That's" they're like, "That's why all the clips are so short." And I'm like, "Oh my god,
Mhm.
that's probably true." Like, it really is, like
Yes. It's
it's so
so
quick
weird.
and, like, everything is so, like, all over the place, and I'm like, they probably really did have to, like, cut out, like, the hands getting weird or, like,
Mhm.
faces morphing together, like, it's so weird. And I
Yeah.
think it's, like, the nostalgia purposes too, like, people literally look forward to this every year, like, one of the videos that I saw, the comments were like, "I'm a graphic designer and like the Coca-Cola Christmas commercial is my like Super Bowl every year,
Yep.
like it's my Christmas present, whatever." Like there are people that are like very passionate about this Coca-Cola ad, and it's always been like very sentimental and like animals and people and
Yeah.
families and blah blah blah. And now
Yeah, you
it's
can feel it. It's like there's 0
yeah,
feeling behind this
no,
ad, and
this is like knockoff Polar Express. It's weird.
yeah, and people are saying that too. They're like, it just as much as AI can look cool and like it just will never replicate the real feelings of like real people. And
Mhm.
I don't know, it's unfortunate that a big brand like that can't just make a real commercial. Like,
Mhm. I mean, there are people literally on TikTok making Coca-Cola commercials in their living room, like, just for
I
fun. I'm like, you literally could have found, like, a small
yeah.
creator. I don't know. I feel weird about AI. I think AI in art is beneficial, but also, like,
Yeah.
situations like this where it's like, what's the point of it now? Like,
Yeah.
it's just another ChatGPT generated video. Like, who cares?
Mhm. Yeah,
So, it's sad.
it is sad. Then another fucking weird one, I guess, is have you seen the Hellman's Mayo ones?
No.
Okay. So
What is this?
Hellman's Mayo, there's 2 ads or, like, commercials. One is with Will Levis, which is the, what team does he play for? He's just don't wanna get this wrong. He's the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. They have him in this Hellman's commercial, and it's a fragrance that smells like Hellman's Mayo.
Is it real?
Yes, like, literally, it's real, like, you can buy the Will Levis number 8 Parfum de Mayonnaise. Like, it smells like Hellman's mayo, and people are buying it.
Why?
I don't know. It's really weird. Then, for the holidays, they came out with it's like when you go to people's house, you bring a bottle of wine. Now it's a Hellman's instead of, like, wine, it's actually mayonnaise, like hold on, I need to show you a photo because
Well,
it's
I'm looking up pictures of it because I'm like, "What in the actual fuck is this?
yeah,
Is
it's
this
so
real?"
yeah, and, like, people are, like, making eggnog with mayo, like, I don't know what their deal is now, but people are doing some weird shit.
So on the Hellman's website, it's literally a wine bottle.
Yes.
Okay, so the description says, "Tired of giving your holiday hosts a hastily picked out last minute bottle of wine like all the other gifts? We understand. This year, arrive with something different. Hellman's Mayo Blanc, the perfect gift for your favorite host." But then right below it, it says, "Now you may be wondering, is this real? And while no, we don't really create a mayo flavored wine, maybe next year, we did create a limited quantity of these special bottles, filling each with something even more delicious. Even Hellman's Real Mayo, the perfect accompaniment to turkey and all of your holiday dinner favorites. Simply open the bottom of your limited edition bottle to remove the delicious 8-ounce jar enclosed." This is insane.
I mean, it's hilarious, like, I think it's funny that they're doing and I bet people will buy this as, like, a joke for people that
Yeah.
love cooking or, like, love mayo or something like
Mayo,
that,
yeah.
like, I
It's
think
just
it's
so niche.
creative.
Like, it's
It's
so
so
like,
niche.
like, how many of these are actually
Yeah.
selling? Like,
Right.
I kinda want one just to see
Right.
just to
It's
try.
it's so funny.
I'm looking at how much it is. Wait, you literally can't even buy it on their website yet. Oh, it ended.
Oh,
It
it
was
did already?
very limited edition.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
it
I can't
it
believe
says,
that.
"Unfortunately, our limited edition Mayo Blanc has ended." Wait, that's so sad. I'm looking on
Wow,
eBay.
that's so funny. That's what, the Clam Man uses for their, lobster salad. Hellman's mayo, the best. But
Yeah,
everyone
I
every
really
time I
like
make a
it.
video, everyone's like, "Duke's mayo is better, Duke's mayo, blah,
Mm.
blah." But we don't have that in New England.
Oh,
Hellman
you don't?
no. I mean, maybe
Why?
somewhere, I don't know, but we don't have that. Hellman's is,
That's
like, our
so weird.
go-to. So,
Yeah.
I was like, "This
And
is
I love
funny."
mayo. I love mayo, I love Miracle Whip, I love Hellmann's, I love Duke's. I love mayo
I
a
love
lot.
mayo as well, and if you're a mayo hater, fuck off.
Believe it or not, we're taking a break from yapping to tell you about something other than our pop culture interests. If you're ready to start, build, and most importantly, sustain your social media management business, you have to check out our Social Media Manager Business Blueprint. It's a 25-day guide that will walk you through everything that you need to know. It's linked below. We can't wait to see you in there. Anyway, back to the episode.
Okay, wait. This one was really fucking funny. Did you see Dr. Seuss's partnership?
No,
Okay.
no.
I'm gonna send this to you because
Okay, I'm
you just need to
ready.
watch it because it's hilarious. So, Jeremy Allen White did, like,
Mhm,
the Calvin Klein commercial.
mhm.
So, Dr. Seuss did, like, a play on that, but he partnered with, Stance underwear and socks,
Stop.
and there's a video, and it's, like, sexy Grinch in, like, the boxers and, like, working out, and he tags People's Magazine for, like, because 'cause they're running, like, the sexiest guy
Yeah.
alive or whatever they do, and it's a video, and the caption is, "Grinch's last-minute audition for People's Award at Jeremy Allen White, finally. You're an inspiration."
Wait, this is so funny.
And it
Wait, I
was
need
a
to see it.
partnership with Stance underwear and socks and Dr. Seuss.
That is so funny.
And it's so funny. And the what are the comments? "We know this diva from Target. Uncomfortable, dot, dot, dot." And someone goes, "Hear me out, dot, dot, dot." I'm surprised this doesn't have more
Like
comments. Like,
traction.
yeah, I don't know why this doesn't have a lot of it only has 1.9 million views. Like, I don't know, I would think that would have way more.
Yeah. I mean, Cecily's pajama apology had
Yeah.
like 5,000,000.
Yeah, but I guess Dr. Seuss is controversial, so
Oh, yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't love some stuff he's I mean, I don't really know what it is, so I probably wouldn't either, but
Grinch and Max are going on tour. Young Max tour will be in Boston.
Wait, to do what?
I
Like
don't
just
know.
be there?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. Oh, it's the musical.
Okay, I like that.
Uh, but yeah, isn't that so funny?
Yeah, that is really funny. Good for the Grinch.
Yeah, literally.
And then this one was from Bloomingdale's, put out an ad, and it was a girl and a guy like standing there, and in the middle the text said like spike your friend's eggnog this holiday season. Hold on, I have to send it to you. It's really weird. Yeah,
Fuck?
it's so weird. And
Oh
like
my
they
god.
literally, yeah, they like like they oh, this was actually a few years ago. Bloomingdale's apologizes for apparent date rape joke in holiday briefs. Like, I don't understand how. Hold on, I'm texting it to you
We
because I
talked about
literally
another one last year too, right? That was like, oh, it was, oh my god, what was it? It was something about, it was something similar like that. That was like, oh, they'll go home drunk, or I don't even know. It was something weird. We
did
talked
we
about this.
talk about it?
Yeah, I think we talked about like the Christmas fails last year.
Oh, did we?
Market. Yeah, I think we talked about something like that too.
Hold on,
Spike
I'm
your
looking it
best
up.
friend's eggnog when they're not looking. What the fuck?
Isn't that so weird?
Who? Like who?
And like for what? Like there's no like it's not like so you can like fill presents under their tree. Like it's not it's so weird. There's no reason for it. It's
When they're
so
not
weird.
looking. What the fuck?
It's so weird.
No, I'm having deja vu. It was like some, and I think you came up, like you found it.
Did I? That's so
Mhm.
weird.
I don't even know what
I
that episode was called.
it had to have been around Christmas last year. Maybe I'll go back and listen to some today because I don't even remember doing a
Oh,
Christmas.
small businesses versus the holidays. I think we did this one.
Does it say in the description who we talked about?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. No, that's annoying, but I now want to listen to it and hear what we said for last year's. But yeah, that's bad.
Sorry, I was looking at it. I was about to download it and just transcribe it in Descript quick and see what we talked
Quickly.
Um, yeah, I don't remember that.
That was
It's been a long
December
year.
11th.
Hmm. I remember that episode. I just don't remember what we talked about. I don't know. I literally don't remember what we talked about last week.
Same, so it's okay. When we figure it
So,
out, we'll yap about it in December.
we'll figure it out. We'll do the same time. See, I thought this was like a brand new topic this year. Like I literally don't remember talking about this last
Well,
year.
maybe we actually, was it the small business versus the holidays?
I
This
don't
one,
know.
no, this episode was, we talked about our favorite ways to approach sales in your business, how to use social media to your advantage, and if you haven't started thinking about your 2024 plans, now's the time, plus our favorite 2023 Black Friday campaigns that caught our attention and you should note for next year. But I feel
Maybe
like,
it was that episode.
yeah.
The world may never know.
Yeah, I guess not. Anyways, moving on.
If anyone remembers, let us know because we obviously don't. Okay, the next thing is this isn't really like a full like marketing campaign fail, but I came across this in some research for this episode and thought it was very interesting. So on the Heinz, like the ketchup brand Heinz, they have a website called heinzmarketing.com and they have a blog. And one of the blog posts is called Heinz Marketing Holiday Fails. And the article is like showing people's like cooking fails. Like it's not actually about like Heinz's marketing fails. Like the first one is like, is this a cake pop snowman or sludge? And it's like what it's supposed to look like versus what the person's came out as. And there's like a bunch of them. And like I'm reading through this and I'm like, this is so weird because this has nothing to do like with Heinz, the brand. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God, did they do this for SEO reasons? Like, so when you Google Heinz marketing holiday fails, this blog comes up instead of like an article about them having an actual fail. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? It's just like a weird title for something
Mhm.
that has nothing to do with Heinz or marketing. Like it's literally just people's cooking fails.
I want to see it.
Here,
Why
hold
isn't
on,
it
I'll send it to you.
Oh, here it is. Heinz Mark. Happy holidays.
And it's written by the director of operations of Heinz Marketing.
That's so Random. I wonder
Isn't
what
it weird?
behind this is.
I know. It's just really it's strange. And I didn't, like, search Heinz marketing holiday fails, I literally Googled, like, holiday marketing fails, and, like, this was the first thing that came up, and I'm like, "Are they
Yeah,
doing this so, like, if there is something, it's not the first thing that comes up?"
that's so funny.
Anyway, that wasn't important literally at all, I just came across it.
Not
But
necessarily a
to
fail, but
yeah, just I guess their compilation of people's
oh,
cooking
yeah.
fails, and
I needed to preface too that the Dr. Seuss and the Stance underwear one, I don't think was a marketing fail. I just, like, wanted to include that as, like,
yeah,
a holiday, campaign that I thought was, like, funny. So I don't
mhm.
think that was a fail.
No,
I just think
just,
it was,
like,
like, funny.
shocking. They're
Yeah,
shocking.
just,
Maybe
like,
we should
not
call this
expecting to see that.
yeah, unexpected holiday marketing,
Yeah,
not so
unexpected.
much a fail.
Yeah.
We'll definitely keep an eye out too, like, maybe we'll do another one, like, closer to the Christmas season because I think a lot of people are about to start putting
Oh, yeah,
more,
for sure.
like, holiday-focused stuff out, so I think there's still a
Yeah.
lot to come for this year, both good and bad, not just saying we'll keep an eye out for the bad ones, but the good
Mhm.
ones too.
Yeah.
And then to wrap up today, because this episode is gonna come out a couple days before Thanksgiving, obviously a couple days before Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and all of those good things. We thought it would be fun to just shout out some of our favorite small businesses and give you guys some ideas for shopping for the holidays.
I'm gonna just shout out one of my clients. It's Violet Moon Jewelry. She is a
Mhm.
handmade and permanent jeweler in California. So if you're out there and want that, she does permanent jewelry without jump rings. But it's so funny. I just said to Lex, she actually just texted me all of her information that she's going to be running for the holidays. And it was like perfect timing. So she's doing buy one, get one 50% off permanent jewelry from now to 11/25. Well, actually, the when this comes out will be the last day that she's doing it, I think. Hold on, wait. Yeah. So today is the last day that you can get buy one get one permanent jewelry with her if you're in California,
Oh,
and then 30% off the entire mermaid collection that she just had. It's all like handmade amazing stones that she ethically sources at like the Tucson Gem Show. And that is from Tuesday this week, 11/26 to Tuesday 12/3, December 3rd. And it's like one of the biggest discounts she's ever offered. They're all like ready to wear pieces, all handmade in her studio. She's a small women owned business. And what I love about her too is a portion of every sale goes to the Surfrider Foundation, which protects our oceans, which is amazing. So shout out to her, small business. It's online and in California. So
mhm.
if you want to get some jewelry for any peeps in your life.
Hit her up.
Mm-hmm.
Violet Moon Jewelry on Instagram. And then I have one that I feel like I've talked either about her or her business before, but my friend Rebecca, she owns Ire Design.
Mm-hmm.
She is literally the sweetest, most amazing person and makes the most amazing things. If you are a Taylor Swift lover or a Buffalo Bills lover, you are going to die over the stuff that she has. But if you aren't like huge fans of those things, she also does a ton of like a lot of custom stuff. So like one of her main holiday things are these cutting boards. So like you send her a copy of like your family or like grandma, whoever, like handwritten recipe, and then she engraves them onto these cutting boards. They're literally so
That's so
cute.
cute.
She makes like Christmas ornaments, like party like drink stirrers, like literally just all cups, like literally anything that you can like professionally craft together and customize. She does like business signs. They're literally also cute. So she's based in Buffalo and is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. So again, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, she has a ton of really cute like Buffalo Bill specific earrings, jewelry, signage, ornaments, gifts, like literally just the most cutest stuff. She's got witchy vibes. She's a vibe. Her Instagram is Ire Designs, IREDD. Oh my God, fuck me. IREDESIGNS. So check her out. And that was kind of my fault for maybe I'll ask her and put it in the description of this if she's doing like a Black Friday code or anything. But
Mm-hmm.
either way, check her out. Her custom orders are currently open, which is not very often, and just in time for your last minute Christmas gifts.
I love
So check her out.
That's cute.
Mhm.
I mean, there's so many like local ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a ton of
But
local ones too, but I don't know if it's super relevant to the podcast.
I know.
I have one more online one that this is jewelry too. I don't have it on right now, but the rings that we have, the 444 rings,
Mhm.
they came from a small business called Modern Magic. It's literally mymodernmagic.com. And I don't know if 100% gold is the right word, but it's like high, it doesn't tarnish, like you can wear it all the
Yeah.
time. And her like kind of thing with it is she energetically activates the pieces that she makes. Like she spends some time with them, puts her little Reiki on them and everything. Prices are like incredibly, in my opinion, affordable for pieces like that don't tarnish. Like this isn't
Mhm.
like costume jewelry. I have 3 rings from her. I literally don't have any of them on right now, but we have the 444 ones.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that one. Has not
I don't
tarnished. She's looking good.
yes, yeah. Yeah, no, she is because I have a thumb one that I've worn from her for like literally 3 years and it still like looks completely fine, and I wear that bitch through hell and back, so
Mhm. Wait, show me your Cape Cod bracelet. I didn't even see it on you.
oh, I don't have it on right now. Do you want me to go get it?
Oh.
Hold on, I'll go get it. I did not realize until this moment that I have 0 jewelry on. Well, like rings and bracelets. It's very strange for me.
I'm like, do you like it?
Yeah, no, I love her. I wore them in our engagement pictures.
Oh, you did? I didn't even notice
Yeah.
it. Well, because
You
you had a long sleeve.
yeah. Okay, here she is.
Oh my god, cute. Look at
I love
her.
my hand that's a different color than my body. Yeah, I love her. No, I have had it on like with all of my other ones. I just it's 11:11.
Cute.
As I screwed her on. What are those like like the necklaces that are like permanent? Like you literally like lock it, like somebody has the
See,
key to
yeah,
it.
I love the idea of like the permanent belly chain or like the permanent
Mhm.
necklace, but I'm like, but then when you like get a spray tan or you're doing, then you
Mhm.
can't. Like the bracelet is fine because it's so thin that I just move it a
Mhm.
little and spray and then move it and spray.
Mhm.
So it's fine. Like we work, or like even an anklet, you can work around it, but like can't work around the necklace, I feel.
No, and like this is
It'd be
such a
really hard.
weird I would get scared of like getting caught on something and like ripping my
Yeah.
neck open. Like literally.
The intrusive thoughts.
It would break before it did that, but like
Uh,
I just think about it
yeah.
sometimes.
Oh, I guess I can shout out my other workplace, SL Sprays. If you want
Oh
a spray
yes.
tan this holiday season and you're on Cape Cod, we got 2 locations. You're not gonna be orange, you're gonna be glowing, you're gonna be beautiful. So
Bronze.
come see me to get a spray tan if you're on the Cape. What
Yes,
else?
and I'll shout out a local business too, one of my clients, Mariah at Good Hair Club, just while we're throwing it out there. She also has a permanent jewelry business called Two Lux. Again, just weird ways that our lives cross over, but
So weird.
both of those things are in Charleston. If you're local to here, she does amazing hair. Don't look at mine right now. It's not a great representation of her work. Should have seen it last week when it was done.
Next girl's trip to Cali and get permanent jewelry with Jessica.
That would literally be so fun. I really think we should.
I know, I'm dying to go to California when we get money.
No, we'll go on a brand trip.
Yeah,
One of us will get invited on a brand trip and the other one will invite them, and we'll make our
exactly.
way to California.
We'll make pajamas and we'll sell out.
Coming soon, coming 2025, our pajama line.
Socially unfiltered PJs.
You can yap
No, but
and
what we
sleep.
do need to get is hooded crew necks because I have
Yeah.
heard from so many people that they want a crew neck or not a
Yes.
hoodie
Hoodie.
with our socially unfiltered hoodie.
I'm
That's
adding
another
that
thing.
to
Like
our
we have
list.
merch and we invested in like nice quality merch, but
I
again, it is
know.
drop shipping. So,
Mhm.
but we know that it's like good quality with
Mhm.
Bonfire. You can look at what
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
sizing charts. You can look at the quality. You can look
The
at
return policy.
everything. Yes.
Mm. Your
Yeah.
pieces will come matching.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why we always like anytime we add anything new to our merch store, we always order it for ourselves before we even like publish it like to the
Yeah.
world because we want to know what we're getting and we want to know what is going to people. And there actually was a time where I had an issue with one of the sweatshirts that I got from them and they replaced it literally immediately. Like
Yeah.
no questions asked. I had to send one picture and they were like, "Yep, so sorry about that." So just shout out to amazing customer service this holiday season and also be nice to customer service people this next month.
Yeah.
Hard life in retail. So
I know, I've
Give
always wanted to
everybody
put out
some
a little
breaks.
cart on my deck
Yes, for
for delivery
deliveries.
drivers. Mhm.
Me too.
I know. I think I wanna do that, but I'm like, "It's so expensive."
It is expensive, but maybe we'll put, like, some little, I don't know, like
Honestly, I could
$5.
just go to the Dollar Tree and just get a ton of stuff
Yeah.
there. Like,
Mhm.
I love the Dollar Tree. Also,
Me too.
Aldi is not that great. Our Aldi's not good.
What?
No, it's not good here. Mm-mm.
Why?
It's just everything is, like there's no, like, name brand things and,
Oh,
like
that's just Aldi. No, that's
yeah.
Aldi. Aldi only does their own.
Yeah.
Aldi is like its own experience. Aldi is not fully name brand stuff. Um, it's basically like the most like basic that you can get. Like you
Yeah.
can't only go grocery shopping at Aldi. You have to go to Aldi and see what Aldi has for you, and then you go finish your grocery shopping somewhere
Mhm.
else. But the
Yeah.
middle aisles of Aldi are like, I love those middle aisles. Like all the random stuff. I'm like, of course I need Christmas towels. Of course I need a new
Random
candle. Like,
things.
and it's
It's
like
been
$3. I'm
popping
like,
though, like, there was a line starting at 6 a.m. on the day they open, like, around they have those, like, dancing things out, like, they have this little, like, light up tent thing, like,
oh my
they're
God,
popping off.
wow.
They have these, like, flags in the street, it's, like, kinda wild, but Mark got
Wow.
the ground beef from there, and it's, like, organic, grass-fed, like,
Mhm.
supposed to be good quality, and he was
Yeah.
like, "I, like, looked it up and everything, and it looks really good," and it was, like, $5.99. I'm like, "How? First of all, that's crazy." But we tried it, and I got 2 weird bites, and I was like, no."
Oh,
All of a sudden,
weird.
I do not want
All of a
to
sudden
eat
I'm a vegetarian.
yeah, I was getting the ick. That's the one good thing about seafood, I feel like I never have a weird bite.
No,
in
stop.
with
Oh my
seafood.
God. I have to tell you something that I saw this morning.
Stop.
Have you seen Keith
What?
Lee's new video?
No?
So you know Keith Lee, the food guy?
Mhm.
So last week he went to this sushi place in Seattle, and in one of the pieces you can see a little like worm moving, and people started commenting on it, and then he posted a video this morning addressing it, being like, yeah, so I didn't see that like while I was filming, but like it very much was there. Like there's definitely some, and you can see it. When we get done, go look. Well, I guess we're not
Yeah.
done. Go look up Keith Lee's TikTok and look at his most recently posted video from this morning. It's disgusting. Like
Ew.
I've never,
They say if you have worms in your seafood, it's really fresh.
which is amazing. I just don't like the
I don't
shape
want
of
it
it.
though.
The shape of it is just something that
Oh god. Okay. I'm scared.
I know, I'm sorry. That actually made, maybe don't go look at it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it didn't
haven't
like,
had that experience, but
neither have I. But for
gross.
Keith Lee to address it in a video, I was like, oh my God, like, first of all, you're about to ruin that restaurant. Like,
Yeah.
nobody's
Oh,
ever going to go there again. Second of all, I can't believe you're just so casual about this. I would be ripping my intestines out.
when one of my friends ate a worm in her halibut, that was like a super nice restaurant too. And Mark even said he's
Mhm.
like at places like this, like that, they should have noticed that and like not
Yeah,
served that, but that means it's really fresh. And she's like,
which
"That's
is
great," but
great. Yeah.
not she didn't eat seafood, and she also doesn't eat meat. Seafood was the only thing she ate.
Mhm.
So she didn't eat seafood for like a month after that. I was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
God.
I felt
Yeah,
so
I
bad."
couldn't.
It was bad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they were very apologetic. They comped it, they gave us a shot,
Yeah.
they gave us free dessert, but
It's fine.
nothing takes back the
No, and
trauma.
it just, like, happens. Like, it's not, the restaurant can't know what's, like, inside of something. Like, it's,
Yeah, gross.
yeah, it just grosses me out.
They should
Something that
know when
comes
they
from
are
food.
cutting it though into portions.
Well, true. Yeah, I didn't know if it was, like, a full, like, fillet or something.
Mhm. Gross.
Gross.
Anyway.
Anyway, hope nobody finds any worms in their food this
Yeah.
week. Let us know your thoughts on Pajamagate, your thoughts on these holiday ads. If you've seen any, let us know some of your small businesses that we could shout out. Maybe if anybody listening to this is a small business owner, give us a DM and we could maybe share some of your stuff on our story this week.
Mhm.
And that's all we have for today. Can't wait to chat next week.
See you next week.
Love you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
case you haven't heard from us enough today, come hang on Instagram at sociallyunfilteredpod.
Join our group chat to stay updated in between episodes by texting group to 833-459-3349.
Download the Social Media Manager Business Blueprint to start building your business today.
And last but not least, grab your official Socially Unfiltered merch from our Bonfire store.
You can find everything linked in the episode description below or at sociallyunfilteredpod.com.
We'll meet you back here next week, same day, same time. Bye.
Bye.